Hey, if it isn't my favorite tenant, Sam. It's me, Mr. Fortune. You know, your cool landlord, who isn't like all the other landlords, who doesn't mind you having parties at 3 in the morning.
I've never had a 3 a.m. party in my life.
I know you haven't. That's why you're my favorite tenant. Anyways, I'm just calling to let you know your rent is increasing from next month onwards. I did send you an email about 15 minutes ago, but you didn't reply, so I figured I'd phone you instead. You know, because I'm a cool landlord who's not like all the other landlords.
Wait, so you're increasing my rent?
Well, duh. Times are hard, and I'm not running a charity here. Well, technically, I do have a charity in my name for tax purposes, but that's besides the point.
But what happens if I can't pay the rent?
Then you'll just have to find someplace else to live, I suppose.
But
If you do have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. Because it's a lot less awkward than listening to you spluttering over the phone, and also, I can ignore all my emails until I feel emotionally ready to respond to them. Have a great day.
So, tell me what you're looking for.
something cheap?
Well, that's a bit of a challenge these days, but I do have this lovely little property in Cumbernauld. Are you familiar with Cumbernauld?
My friend's mum got mugged there.
Oh, I know it's got like a rough reputation, but like really, the social improvements they've made since the 1970s have been staggering. You know, plus nobody's gonna mug you. You look way too poor to be mugged. The property is just, it's gorgeous. It's a ground floor flat, right at the top of the hill, beautiful view, so spacious. It's going for about 40k, I think. You know, if you get a mortgage for that, it would only be about £250 a month, which your tenant would cover. And I mean, really, these days they just do give out mortgages like Smarties, don't they?
I think so.
Excellent! However, the property is in need of a little bit of, how do I put this, tender love and care. And by that I mean about £60,000 of electrical repairs because the person who wired the house was wired to the moon. But it's a great first time investment property. It comes with a tenant attached.
Maybe you misunderstood me. I'm not looking for an investment property. I just want somewhere I can live, preferably somewhere that I can afford.
Well, we here at dealings agencies do have a preference for a clientele who have a sort of je ne sais quoi about them, which is French for fat stacks of cash, which obviously you are not. But I do have a friend who specialises in hopeless cases, such as yours. I could give him your number if you're interested.
Okay.
And here we have this just gorgeous hallway, slim design, early 1950s, absolutely wonderful.
Why is there a ladder here?
Oh, well, this flat comes with your very own roommate. See, you've got a friend already. Now, he's an avant-garde painter and decorator, so that's what that's for. He's also a progressive punk rock guitarist.
I mean, other than a flatmate, this place is pretty nice.
You see, flats like this get such a bad reputation, but they've really improved in the last 10 years or so. They haven't even managed to get rid of most of the asbestos.
What do you mean, most of these systems?
Of course, they haven't managed to remove quite all of it, because we have a vintage popcorn ceiling. Don't get many of those anymore, trust me, because they're a nightmare to remove. So, at least, don't worry, it's not going to fall in your coffee or anything. You'll just I think, don't quote me on that.
Are you for real right now?
I am being incredibly real right now. This is what your budget stretches to. Remind me again, what is it you work as?
I'm an assistant teacher and I look after my grandma part-time, who's 87.
Oh wow, good for you. That must be such an emotionally fulfilling job.
When my emotional fulfillment pays my rent, I'll let you know.
No, there's no need to be snarky.
I'm sorry, this flat is a massive health hazard. I can't live here.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider? These flats are all the rage these days.
I'll pass. Hello, Mum?
Sam, I've got some bad news, Hen. Your grandma, she's...
Is she dead?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sam. I wish we'd had more time. I know she would have wanted to say goodbye to you.
Well, she was 87. It's not like she was cut down in the prime of her youth.
All the relatives are gathering at the house. I know it's a big house, but it'll feel so empty with her gone. I always said she should downsize, sell off the antique furniture, move into a smaller flat, but she just liked the space too much. I think it won't be the same without her.
Mum,
hmm
how much do you think we could get if we rented out the flat? You just want to follow me through here. This is our living room dining space. Please don't mind the mess. This flat belonged to my gran, who sadly passed lately. So I'm working for her stuff, but obviously all of this will be removed before you move in. Do you have any questions?
So how much is rent?
The rent is just £1,300 a month.
That seems a bit high.
Well, duh, I'm not running a charity here.
Um,
Anyways, I can't stay and chit chat. I've got a meeting with an estate agent in 45 minutes. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. Because it's a lot less awkward than watching you spluttering in person. And I can ignore my emails until I'm ready emotionally to respond to them. Have a great day!